All right, we are here. Welcome everybody to our performance seminar for Wednesday, the 15th of January. This is our 6 p.m. session. We have three young pianists here with us. Let me go ahead and bring in Mr. Andrew. So Andrew, when you're ready, you can go ahead and introduce yourself, your piece.
My name is Andrew. I'm going to be playing Variation by Cameron.
Bravo, Mr. Andrew. You completed it. How was that for you?
I mean, I did it, but I mean, I know I could have done it a lot better.
Well, here's something. So the notes are there now, right? The thing with theme and variations is that the tempo, unless it says so, doesn't actually change. So this should actually make it easier for you. So if your tempo at the beginning is 1, 2, 1, 2, then the theme should be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right? Variation 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. And so really the only thing that you need to do now, right, to really solidify it up is just some metronome work. Just pick one tempo. Whatever tempo that is that you have from the opening, see if you can retain that tempo for every variation. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? Because these parts were great, but you can actually play them a little slower, which means that you'll be able to get all of these here, these here. Those parts will be easier because the tempo is slower. And at a slower tempo, you'll also be able to bring out more of the articulation and dynamics, right? All of this stuff. You gotta be really exact. Ta, 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 ta. And then all of these little accents here. Ya, da, 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 da. Yeah? What do you think of that idea of actually playing the piece slower and all at one speed?
Yeah. I'll work on that next.
Yeah? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'll help because then there's more of a sense of unity. Everything is at the same playing field, right? You don't have to go up and down with your tempo. Aviana, what were your thoughts on Andrew's performance of this piece?
Well, I was thinking on like the part where you did variation 5, you can do a little bit more like softer.
Oh, yeah. This part here, right? Cool. Nice, yeah. That would add some more character to it, right?
Yeah, basically. Other than that, it was really good.
Yeah, thought so too. Thanks, Aviana. How about you, Amrita? What things of Andrew's playing did you enjoy? You feel that he does well?
I think it was really good.
Yeah. Were there things about his playing that you thought was really good? Anything in particular?
It was just overall good.
Nice, excellent. All right, cool. Well, I'm glad that you appreciated it. So, what are your overall thoughts now, Andrew? What are some other than just getting one metronome marking? What are some things that performance revealed to you?
So first of all, I have to work on my articulation. I mean, like I was pretty much playing it like the same tone almost. So I need to bring out the dynamics more dramatically, and then I need to work on my staccato and like the articulation.
Yeah. I think once you get the tempo, excuse me, the same, and you get your dynamics and the articulation in there, it'll be a whole new piece. But you should be happy that now you can play the whole thing from the top to the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all. So just continue polishing it. How's the memory work coming along?
Yeah. I was seriously considering to play like the last 4 pages memorized, but I mean, like I didn't get a lot of practice for the seminar because I just came back from some practice, so like I decided.
That's all good.
Yeah.
Just focus on over the next week as you're practicing getting the dynamics and the articulation in there, just to memorize a couple of lines every time that you sit down to practice. I don't think it'll be too long because it's all the same pattern. There's a lot of the similar patterns.
Yeah.
Maybe memorize from the end.
Yeah. No. I've already memorized like the last.
Okay, so start from the beginning. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Excellent. All right. Well done, Mr. Andrew. All right. Let us keep going. Miss Amrita, go ahead. Turn on your camera, and can you introduce your piece to us?
I'm playing Petite Waltz by Carl Cherny.
Oh, Amrita, can you click on original sound, please?
I forgot to turn it on.
right, let's go around the room. Miss Aviana, some thoughts for Amrita? Some things she does well and maybe something she can focus on for next time?
I think overall the piece was really good, but at the ending, I think she can use a little bit more dynamics, basically.
Okay. So just a little bit more decrescendo, mezzo forte. What are you thinking?
I think a little bit more decrescendo.
Okay. Nice. Do you agree, Amrita?
Yeah.
Get a little quieter toward the end, yeah? Okay, cool. Thanks, Aviana. How about you, Andrew? Some thoughts?
I mean, overall, I think it was really good, and I liked the staccatos especially because it was like really clear.
Yeah.
And then I think you can work on is like bringing out the slurs better because I mean it kind of sounds like playing the individual notes, so you can work on
Yeah.
the slurs.
Good noticing. Yeah. Thanks for that. Amrita, do you understand what Andrew's asking you to do?
Not really.
Andrew, can you expand?
So like that curvy line, it means like you should play the notes more connected, not one at a time. So like you're playing it like one at a time right now. You could play it like a little bit more like connected, I guess.
Andrew, do you think you can demonstrate for us? Can you play us how she's currently playing it and then how you think she should play it?
Like right now it's like oh, there's no string on that. And you play it like that.
Do you hear the difference, Amrita?
Yeah.
So the first one, Andrew played each note the same. They didn't really have a relationship with one another. As opposed to, and Andrew, does the hand play a role in creating this shape on the notes? Or does the hand say so? How does it look? Yeah, you see what he's doing? So the hand hasn't been kept still, it actually curves over the notes. Yeah, there you go. There you go. And now it has more shape and it has more direction.
Okay.
Good comment, Andrew. Well done. Yeah, so I agree with both Aviana and Andrew. Dynamics here toward the end, you can just create a little bit more of this decrescendo. Really listen to your decrescendo. And I also agree with Andrew that you have great articulation. These sound wonderful. They really pop out. But when you have these slurs, just practice. Practice playing it two ways, playing it with the hand very still, a lot of finger work, and then practice connecting it. And it's very similar to how we speak. If you speak with gaps between each word like this, it makes it a little difficult to follow, doesn't it? Everything is disjointed. Whereas if you speak with a flow, then we understand the sentence and we can clearly hear what you're trying to say. So yeah, just keep that in mind. I thought this was great though. Good tempo. Just have a little bit of fun now with creating these shapes, and maybe you can challenge yourself to play it a little quicker next time.
Okay.
All right, that'll be your next goal. All right, Miss Amrita, well done. And our final performer, Miss Aviana, stage is yours.
Hi, I'm Aviana, and I'm playing The First Loss by Robert Schumann. Thank you.
Ora, Miss Aviana. All right, let's start with you. Now that you've run it, what were your thoughts on that performance?
Well, on the last note, basically, I think I messed up.
Yeah, that's okay. Sometimes we mess up. That's all right. At least you keep going. Yeah. Like, what's more important when we perform?
Like the dynamics and like how we structure it.
Yeah. Right. It's like sometimes when we talk, we say the wrong word, but no one points you out. Be like, you said the wrong word.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a conversation with someone that you said the wrong word? No, people still understand what you mean. Like, hey, I want to go to the beach. See what I'm saying? People are like, oh yeah, okay, that's kind. Well, it's the intention. So that's something that you need to keep in mind. Okay, so other than that last note, what's your overall impression about your interpretation of this piece?
Well, at the ending, I think I can also decrescendo more because it's like really soft.
Yeah, for sure. Talk to us about the character of the piece.
Well, it's basically kind of like somebody like, well, the piece, the title says the first loss, so it's probably about when somebody died. So it should be like really sad and like soft and loud at the same time, like not aggressive loud, but like kind of like sad loud, or if you know what I mean,
That loud.
like emotional kind of loud.
Sure. Do you feel that your playing communicated the feeling of the first loss?
Well, something like it, yeah.
Yeah. What would you adjust to make it sound even closer to this character of a first loss? Now
Well,
that you've played it.
I'm doing 4-day piano, but I'm not really doing the parts where it says like only piano kinda. I think I should also work on my slurs a little bit more.
All right. Good. Yeah. Some slurs, but especially these here. They're like they're sighing. Right. All right. Well, let's go around the room. Let's go. Amrita. Amrita, what are your thoughts on Aviana's performance? Did it sound like a sad piece to you?
Um,
Or are there things that she could change to make it sound more sad? What are your thoughts?
I think she can make it a bit more soft.
Ooh, yeah. I think so. Yeah, so a little softer. Anything else to draw it closer to the character?
Not really.
Okay, that's a good start. Nice. How about you, Mr. Andrew? What's your take?
Yeah, like one thing could be the slurs because it's a big part of like the character and stuff. It's very like the piece is very like sad and somber. And then another thing is you can make like the dynamics more dramatic because like the first loss is pretty dramatic. Like you can go like more crescendo or like more danger.
Yeah, I like that. Very good. What are your thoughts on that, Aviana?
Well, yeah, it does make sense.
Yeah, I agree. Dynamics play a big role in guiding our ears and driving our emotions. As a listener, when you hear a piece of music, right? What nobody has talked about in this class yet is tempo.
Oh yeah.
What did you think of your overall tempo for this here? Do you feel that it represented first loss, or could it be
Well,
faster or slower? What are your thoughts?
I think it was like about the right tempo because it's like not too fast or too slow, like a Goldilocks there basically. Because like if it's too slow, it would kind of like be like a funeral march, but if it's too fast, it'd be kind of cheerful.
True. Yeah. Well, experiment then with finding places where you can slow down just a wee bit more, because the whole piece you played at the same tempo,
Yeah.
right? Do you feel there are places in the piece where you can slow down just a little bit more to emphasize a certain feeling?
Yeah, like the part where like it has like the second part of the piece, like right after the repeat symbol, I think.
Yeah.
Like
This
that
over here,
slows
right?
down. Yeah, yeah.
Especially when you have a sequence, right? So a sequence is when you have a collection of notes and the rhythm remains the same.
Yeah.
Listen to this, and then it happens again. How much more sad is this part?
Dramatic.
And then, like, look at this. There's two people here, and then this is the next person. And then they sing a duet. There's so much going on in this little section.
Yeah, that part took a lot of practice to like work
It
on.
does, right? So just keep in mind, I know you've got a great imagination. All three of you have great imagination. So when you look at a piece of music, try and figure out, first of all, what's the mood, what's the character, and is there a dialogue going on? Are there actual people in this speaking or thinking?
Yeah.
How can we bring it out, right? Because then it makes the performance more human, like a more human experience, yeah. And then at the end, boom, right? This here, give it a little bit more heart, and then rest, and then really bring it down. Take your time.
Yeah.
They're really quietly, and then people are like, oh my goodness, she lost her kitten.
Yes.
You guys got it? Excellent. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate the thought that you guys put in to commenting on one another, but also to evaluating your own playing. Watch these videos back, okay? So that you can make your own comments. It always changes when you listen to yourself. You hear things that you didn't hear before because we're so busy playing. So I'd encourage you to watch these videos back. That is the end of our class. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you guys again in Kaizen sometime.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Aviana. Thank you, Amrita. Bye, everybody.